There is a script for life that society has drilled into our heads since childhood, a formula that everyone believes is the only truth for success. Study hard, get a safe job, save every penny, and then throw your money into the stock market with the hope of a comfortable retirement. Sound familiar? But what if I told you that this formula is not only frustratingly slow, but also a trap, a machine that crushes your youth and buries your true wealth potential? In his book, The Millionaire Fastlane, author M.J. DeMarco calls this the slow lane, a financial gamble that almost everyone loses. But more importantly, this book outlines a different path, a fast lane that real millionaires use to get rich in a few years, not 50. This is not about getting rich easily, but about getting rich faster and smarter. In this video, we will decode that formula, a formula that has changed the thinking of countless entrepreneurs and is a guiding principle for those who dare to think differently, dare to go against the majority. Section 1. The Great Deception. WHY 99% of people never get truly rich. To understand the fast lane, we must first look at where 99% of people are stuck. Author M.J. DeMarco divides them into two groups, those on the sidewalk and those in the slow lane. First is the sidewalk. This is the path of enjoying first, thinking later. They live from paycheck to paycheck, without any financial plan, and their only goal is to spend money. They burn every penny they have, even borrowing, swiping credit cards to live a virtual life. On the surface, it looks luxurious with branded goods and beautiful cars, but in reality, they are just walking on a tightrope, and just a slight wind like losing a job can make them fall straight into the abyss of bankruptcy. They are true slaves to money. The second path, much more dangerous because it is dressed in the cloak of wisdom, is the slow lane. This is the path that parents, teachers, and financial experts always advise us. Study hard, find a stable job, save 10% of your salary, invest regularly. Then when your hair turns gray and your teeth fall out, you will be a millionaire. This is the scam of the century of modern society. The slow lane sells you a dream of safety, but it is slowly stealing away your most precious assets, time and youth. You sell 5 days of hard work just to live for 2 days on the weekend. You sell the best 50 years of your youth, just to exchange for the hope of a comfortable old age. But are you sure? Inflation eats away at your savings. Economic crisis wipes out your investment portfolio. The company can kick you out at any time. You completely lose control. And what's the most tragic thing? Suppose you succeed. You retire at 65 with a pile of money. Will you still have the energy to climb mountains, dive, or travel the world, spending your youth saving money, only to have no energy to spend it when you have money? That's not wealth. That's a tragic exchange. When hearing about get rich quick, many people immediately pout. Scam, MLM? This book makes it very clear. Fastlane and get rich easy are worlds apart. There is no easy way to make a lot of money. Fast and easy. The Fastlane is not a shortcut, but a strategy that requires a completely different mindset and actions. Section 2. Breakthrough Solution. Introducing the Millionaire Fastlane. So if the sidewalk leads to poverty and the slow lane leads to a mediocre life, where is the way out? The answer is the Millionaire Fastlane. This is a completely different philosophy of life and business. It is not based on selling time for money like the slow lane. Instead, it focuses on building self-sustaining business systems and creating value for thousands, even millions of people. The most profound difference between slow lane and fast lane riders lies in their mindset. Instead of sitting around watching ads and buying products, they find ways to sell products. Instead of borrowing, they create something to lend. Instead of paying for a course, they create a course to sell. Instead of digging for gold, they sell shovels. They understand that money doesn't follow those who squeeze it. Money gravitates toward those who create value. The bigger the problem you solve for more people, the more money you make. The math of these two lanes is also different. People in the slow lane are bound by the formula. Wealth equals salary plus market rate. Their income is limited by 24 hours a day and the market's meager returns. Meanwhile, people in the fast lane have a much more powerful formula. Wealth equals net income plus asset value, and net income equals sales x profit, product. See the difference? This formula has no limits. You can sell millions of products, your profits can increase, and your assets, your company, can grow exponentially. This is how millionaires are made. They don't get rich by saving money. They get rich by building replicable money-making machines. Section 3. The story of a fastlaner example from Dan Lok to illustrate this point. Let's look at the story of Dan Lok. Today, people know him as a millionaire, a confident speaker with a fortune of tens of millions of dollars. But his starting line was a negative number. Dan Lok arrived in Canada at the age of 14, without a single word of English. His father in his hometown went bankrupt and could no longer support him. The moment he saw his mother crying in despair left a scar in Dan's mind, and it ignited a strong determination to succeed at all costs. But the road was not paved with roses. Dan Lok started his own business and failed 13 times in a row. At the age of 20, he was deep in debt. He did everything from mowing lawns, delivering groceries, and working at a grocery store. He could have chosen the slow lane, get a steady job, pay off his debts, and accept a normal life. But Dan Lok chose differently. He became obsessed with marketing and copywriting. He realized that this was a skill that could create huge value. He sought out a teacher, a marketing expert, and asked to learn from him, accepting to work for free just to be around good people. He didn't wait for an opportunity. He created it. This is the mindset of the fast lane. Instead of being an employee, he honed a master skill. Instead of working for a boss, he used that skill to help many businesses, many customers. He transformed himself from an employee to a problem solver. He then began building his own online business systems, creating courses, training programs, using the internet to reach millions of people. He successfully built a money tree that automatically produced fruit. Even while he slept, he became a self-made millionaire at 27, not 67. Dan Lok's story is a living testament to the Fastlane philosophy. He didn't get rich by saving. He got rich by creating value at scale, controlling his systems, and most importantly, separating income from work time. Section 4. The 5 Commandments of the Fastlane C.E.N.T.S. So how do you build a Fastlane business? MJ DeMarco offers 5 commandments, or 5 tests that a business idea must pass. He calls them C.E.N.T.S. 1. Control. The commandment of control. You must be the driver, not the passenger. Never build a castle on rented land. That means you must have complete control over the business, prices, policies. If you build your entire career on someone else's platform, for example selling only on an e-commerce platform, you are handing your fate over to them. The exchange can change its algorithm, increase fees, or lock your account at any time, and your business collapses in an instant. So the Fastlane people build their own brands and platforms. 2. Entry. The commandment of barriers to entry. A road that anyone can go will surely be congested. A real Fastlane business must have a certain level of difficulty. If the business is so easy that anyone can do it in an afternoon, like opening a shop selling the same items as thousands of other people, then it is not Fastlane. Competition will crush your profits. The barrier does not necessarily have to be capital. It can be a special skill, proprietary technology, a strong brand, or a complex system that is difficult to copy. Ask yourself, does competing with me require someone else to sweat? If the answer is no, you're on the wrong track. 3. Need. The commandment of need. This is the most important. Your business must solve a real need. Stop chasing money, start chasing problems. The advice to follow your passion is often a trap, because your passion may not be of interest to anyone. The market does not pay for your passion. They only pay for those who solve their pain. Instead of asking how can I make money, ask what are people complaining about? What inconvenience can I eliminate? Opportunities are everywhere. In every complaint you hear, solve 1 million people's problems. You will make $1 million. 4. Time. The commandment of time. Your income must be separated from the time you put in. If you have to be there to make the machine work, you don't have a business. You just have a higher paying job. A surgeon can make a ton of money, but he's still locked in a golden cage. He stops operating. The money stops flowing. The freeway rider builds a system, a software, a book, a video channel, a rental network, to make that system work for them. They may work like crazy for a few years to grow that money tree, but once it bears fruit, it will continue to generate revenue without their presence 24/7. That's freedom. 5. Scale. The commandment of scale. Your business must have the potential to serve millions of people. Open a great bakery on the corner? Great, but limited by geography. On the other hand, if you create a management software for bakeries, you can sell it to thousands of bakeries around the world. Boom, that's scale. The more people you touch, the more money you make. Always ask yourself, can this model scale beyond this neighborhood, to the world? A Fastlane business must have global ambitions. Okay, so with the Millionaire Fastlane we have 3 paths: the sidewalk, the shortest path to dependency, the slow lane, a risky 50-year marathon for a less than comfortable retirement, and the fast lane, the maker's path, where wealth is created by solving problems at scale. Choosing the high road isn't easy. It requires you to let go of the safe mindset that society has programmed us to have. It requires courage, perseverance, and a commitment to continuous learning. But the rewards are priceless. Freedom, the freedom to live the life you want, the freedom to spend time with the people you love, and the freedom to pursue purposes that are bigger than money. This formula is not a secret. The biggest question is not whether it's right. The biggest question is, do you dare to take this path? Start today with a small action. Look around. Instead of just consuming, start analyzing. Why is this product successful? What problem does it solve? How can I make it better? Practice shifting your mindset from consumer to producer. That's the first step on the journey of 1,000 miles of the fast lane. If these ideas resonate with you, let me know in the comments which commandment in C.E.N.T.S makes you go aha. Control, barriers, needs, time, or scale. And don't forget to subscribe, because we'll be diving deeper into specific strategies to help you build your own fast lane.
Thanks you for watching. If you find the Chanel content interesting and meaningful, please share it with everyone. Like and subscribe to receive the latest video.